Welcome. I'm Jami, and I'm so glad you're here today. The practice today is going to be a little combination of Vinyasa and a little bit of Hatha Yoga. We'll have some balancing postures towards the end, and it's a step up from gentle for sure. So if you have blocks, it's kind of nice if you have blocks, or some people will use like a big book or another alternative. And if you have a blanket that you would like to sit on, sometimes it's nice to lift yourself up just a little bit to help your spine open up in a couple of the postures, or if you like to use it at the end for Shavasana. So, if you want to gather those things, if you have them, you don't need them if you don't want to use them or you don't have them yet. I really love to encourage using the props. I was a little bit in the beginning when I first started taking yoga classes, I was not comfortable using the props really, but the more I've gotten to use them and really understand bringing the earth up to us, sometimes even if you can reach the earth, sometimes it just helps you to open up different parts of your body. Okay, let's get started. So have a seat, be comfy. And again, if you want to sit up on a blanket, it's kind of nice to get your spine just elevated slightly. It helps to kind of open things up a little bit, and it helps you to breathe a little easier if you're not back here kind of crouching. So you sit on the very edge of the blanket and let your hips kind of come, or your legs kind of drop forward. Wherever you are, just sit comfortable. Maybe place the hands on the knees or in your lap. Let's rise the shoulders up, back, and down. And then let's drop the chin just slightly to open up the cervical spine. Those incredible vertebrae of the neck. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Today, at the end during Shavasana, I'm going to read a little meditation about self-confidence. So I'd love to make that our theme today. If you like a theme, if that resonates with you, if you have something else in mind, then please let that resonate. Let's take just a deep breath in. I like the audible exhales, as you can tell. It feels good. It feels like it just helps to release extra stress. So please feel free to do that as well. Inhale, just exhale. There we go. All right. Keeping your eyes closed if that's comfortable, bring your hands to your heart. And as you do that, lift your shoulders up, back, and down to widen the collarbones and bring those shoulder blades down, really opening up the heart, and bring the crown up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Feel your hands on your heart as you do that. Exhale. Let's breathe in self-confidence. And just exhale. Breathe in. And exhale. And release. Open your eyes. Take a nice deep breath and rise those arms up. Maybe look up. And exhale, hands down and around behind. And again, deep breath in. Lift up, reach those arms. And then exhale down. And let's put the other foot in the front. And let's spend just a moment opening up our sides and the front and back as well. So first, we will go with just a little kind of a rolling twist, if you will, a moving twist. So just bringing those hands side to side, just kind of waking up the spine. I know that the older I get, the the more movement I need before I actually hold some movement. So we'll go ahead and bring those arms around to your left one more time and just hold yourself there. Lift up tall, crown lifted, and try to widen your collarbone so you have the nice open heart area. And then shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale and bring it over to the other side. Just a gentle twist. You're not trying to force anything, just gentle. Shoulders down, deep breath. Exhale and release that. Let's do some seated cat-cows right here. Hands around those knees. Take a deep breath in, pull your heart forward, maybe lift your chin, and then exhale and actually rock back onto your tailbone. And we'll do that 2 more times. Deep breath in, lift the heart. Exhale back, roll back, rock back on your tailbone, collapse, and then inhale, expand, and exhale, collapse. Beautiful. If you're on the blanket, let's maybe take that and put that aside. And as you're ready, bring yourself to hands and knees. And we'll place the hands right below the shoulders, knees below the tip, the tips, below the hips. And you've got your back is nice and straight. So puff up a little bit between your shoulders and really tone your abdominals, your lower portion of your abdominals. The toning, in other words, really squeezing and drawing them in and tightening. All right, so we'll take a few cat-cows here. So tops of the feet secure into the ground. Take a deep breath in, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone, and then exhale under and tuck. So we're inhale, expand, and we're exhale, contract. And I really encourage you to play with this. Play with all of these movements. We want to be able to bring our own practice, our own bodies into this practice. So what I say is just an invitation, and I invite you to change it up a little bit. If you're okay with this, let's hold yourself in tabletop and just rock forward and back a little bit to open up those wrists. And then one more time forward and back. And then flip your left wrist under if that's available. Try to not put too much pressure on the bones of the wrist. If it really hurts, maybe just hold it this way instead. Stretch it that way. And let's flip and get the other side. It's just really important that you make this your practice. Everything I say, every yoga instructor says is an invitation. So you get to do you and practice with whatever feels right in your body today. And it's different every day, isn't it? Okay, let's just wag our tail a few times, just sending your hips to the right and to the left and to the back. And I like to kind of exaggerate. I feel like I get a little more mobility through my lower spine, my lumbar spine. Excellent. Okay, let's take it to down facing dog. Tuck your toes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift the hips and lower the head down. And I like to walk my very first down dog. One heel drops as the opposite knee drops. It totally is up to you, of course. It's just kind of nice on the first one to move around a little and get a little more movement into the body. And there's also kind of a notion of a dancer down dog, where you actually kind of take your hips to the floor, to the side. So find whatever down dog version is really resonating with you today. And then let's hold the balls of the feet on the ground, lift the heels, drop your head a little more, stretch the backs of those thighs, hips are high, and then bending your knees a little bit, send your heels towards the ground. They do not have to touch. If it's not available, don't worry, don't force anything, and just hold your down dog for another breath. And then exhale, lift up and rise the right leg all the way up into the sky. So you've got a tripod here, a 3-legged dog. And we're going to step through between the hands. So look first, bend your knee, and step through. Send the left heel down, rise up into warrior 1. Arms up. So you've got this really nice warrior 1 with your arms really reaching, sending energy out your fingertips. Right knee is bent over your right ankle. And the deeper you go, the more you want to maybe take a wider stance for your legs. And then reach up with those arms. Your left leg is turned out to that 45-degree angle, your left foot, I should say. Rise up, deep breath. Take a deep, deep breath in. And then exhale, send the hands behind your back and interlace the fingers if you can. Rise up with your heart and tone your abdominals. Open that heart, maybe looking up if that feels okay for your neck. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, straighten your front leg and gently bring yourself forward over that front leg for your pyramid, Parsvottanasana. This is a place for blocks if you prefer. You can send your hands onto the block. And if the ground is too far and you don't have a block, you can send your hands to your shin. Hold that deep breath. Inhale. And then pressing out that deep exhale. And then inhale, bend into your right front knee and rise back up into warrior one. Arms are high. Really breathe. Now take a deep breath in. We're going to exhale with a baby back bend with cactus arms. Big exhale, stretch. And then inhale, reach to the floor, step back to down facing dog. And just find, again, movement if you like. Or maybe you want to hold this one. And then take a deep breath in and lift up that left leg as high as you can get it. Open that knee, deep breath in, and then send that foot between your hands and step up into warrior one. Right heel down and grounded, left knee over left ankle. Situate if you need to, but really reach the arms up. Like, be very active in your muscles. Tighten up your rear end, tone your abdominals, deep breath. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back and put the other thumb on top as you interlace and open that heart. Really pull open with the heart, lifting slightly with the hands, shoulders down, and your elbows have a soft bend. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, straighten that front leg, and then bring yourself back down to pyramid, Parsvatanasana. Again, using blocks, using your shin if you need to. Your legs are straight, but the knees are not locked. And you've got this very big hamstring stretch. Breathe. Try to relax the shoulders. And take a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, bend into your left knee. Rise back up to warrior one with those arms. Take a deep breath in. Reach up. And then exhale back. Cactus arms, back arc. Open the heart. Deep breath in. Hands back to the ground and step back to down facing dog. And hold that one. Just a nice deep breath in. And exhale. And then bend into your knees, look between your thumbs, and tippy toe to the top of your mat. And you're in standing forward fold. And if it's comfortable for you, grab your elbows and maybe pendulum back and forth, little rag doll. And again, this is another place where you can use your blocks if you like to bring yourself up if that's too big of a stretch there. It's nice to bring the earth up to you. And then as you're ready, we're going to drop the hips and rise the arms into chair pose. Dropping hips, lifting arms, holding firm. And if it's too much, you can bring the arms down and the hips up. But if you want more heat, you take hips down and arms up. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale all the way up to Tadasana. Ooh, hold right there. And close your eyes for a moment and catch your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Really find your body beneath you. Feel the connection with the earth, the feet. The outside edges of the feet are parallel to one another. Shoulders are down, collarbones wide. Tone your abdominals, maybe have a soft bend in your knees. And slight pelvic tilt. Really strong through your rib cage and your breath. You're rooted through your feet and you're rising through your crown. And take a deep breath in, open your eyes, lift up, reach. And exhale to a forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale to a half lift. Pull and draw the sternum away from the tailbone. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, root down to rise to the top. Angel wings coming all the way up and hands to the heart. And we'll do that again. Deep breath, lift up, reach. Maybe a baby back bend. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Really pull the heart through the gate of the shoulders, sending that tailbone away from your heart. Exhale down, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Sweep those arms. And hands come back to Dasana. And let's do that one more time. Deep breath, lift, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And then bring your hands to the floor and step back to plank pose. Holding your plank pose nice and strong, breathe, plug in your shoulders, tone your legs, and we're going to shift forward and go down to the ground. Now, if you need to, set the knees first and then bring yourself down that way, lowering all the way down, and keep your hands right under your shoulders, plug in your elbows, and then put your forehead right on the ground. And we're going to peel up. First the forehead, then the chest, and then if you can, push into your hands a little bit and bring yourself back down. And we'll do that one more time. Forehead on the ground. Inhale, peel the forehead off the ground. The chest. Push into the hands, lift up a little bit, and then bring yourself back and take yourself to down facing dog. Hips up. Tone the abdominals. Find that best down facing dog, whatever feels comfy for you. Taking breaks as you need. Maybe if you start to find that this is a little bit too much today, you can take a child's pose, Balasana. But if you want to turn up the heat, we're going to get going again. So holding for one more deep breath right there. One more deep breath right there in your down facing dog. And take that right foot up off the ground and bend your right knee this time, stacking your hips and just kind of holding that air-lifted twist there. Keep your shoulders square if you can. And then take a really deep breath in. We're going to step through and come up to crescent lunge this time. So putting your weight in your right heel, your left heel is off the ground. Now this is much harder than Warrior One. So if you need to ground that back foot, please feel free. Take a nice deep breath here. Strong arms reaching to the ceiling. Deep breath. And then exhale to Warrior Two. Right arm reaching out in front of you. Left arm behind. Hold that. Really lengthen. Inhale and exhale. Taking deep, deep breaths. Your right knee is above your right ankle. Feeling strong and powerful, reaching energy out your fingertips. And then take a really deep breath in. We're going to send the right arm over the right thigh, and the left arm is going to come up and over the ear to the ceiling. If that's comfortable, you can always go to the hip or any other variation. Try to bring your heart to the ceiling. Side angle. Hold that for another moment. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale back to Warrior Two. And then take that leg in the front and straighten it. We're going to take now pyramid posture. So we're going to drop the right arm, lift the left arm, and send that right arm down to the ground. And then the left arm up. Now again, this is a great place to use your blocks if you like. Sometimes a deeper expression is not the best expression. Like sometimes not going all the way to the ground is better for your back and your legs, but you just feel your way through this. Now we're going to have the opportunity here to go to Chandrasana, which is half moon. So if you're using a block, you can set the block out to the right slightly. If you're not using it, you can reach your hand, but you're going to bend into your right knee, tap that left foot up a few, drop the right hand on the ground, and lift the left leg behind. Now you can rise the left arm to the ceiling. And if you feel comfortable, you can just place that hand on the hip. And if this is too hard, you just go to a side angle again. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bend into your right front knee, set that left foot back down, and bring yourself back to Warrior 2. Flip the right front palm, take a deep breath in, and take reverse warrior. Exhale up and over. Really send that knee over the ankle. Open the back as best you can. Practice here. Stay tight. Deep breath in. Exhale and windmill down to the floor. Step back to plank. And shift your weight forward. Take yourself down, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, all the way down to the ground. Inhale up to your back bend. Maybe you take it bigger this time. Exhale down and down facing dog. Ooh, building a little heat here. Hold for a breath. And then take the left foot all the way up. See if you can open your knee, really straighten the leg as best you can. Take a deep breath in here. And then bend your left knee. Stack your left hip over your right, just for a little twist through the lower body. You're still trying to keep the shoulders as square as you can. And getting ready here. Look between your thumbs, step through, and stand up to crescent lunge. So your right heel is off the ground. Lifting the arms up, up, up. Sending your right heel behind you, unless you need to ground, to warrior one. Sending your arms up, very strong and powerful. Open those fingers. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale to warrior two. Left arm front, right arm behind you. Left knee is right over the left ankle. Taking a really deep breath in. And then exhale, take yourself to side angle. Left arm over left thigh, right arm up and over if that's comfy. Tighten your booty. Spiral your rib cage open. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. And then we're going to take Trikonasana, triangle. Right arm up, left arm down. Using that block if you need to. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Now, again, you can go back to side angle, or we can try Chandrasana, half moon. And you can bump that right foot in closer, left arm out to the left and up, and extend that right leg behind you, and then right arm up. So right arm is right leg is going towards the back of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bend into that knee, drop the right foot down, take those arms back to warrior two. Hold your warrior two right here, deep breath. Flip that left front palm, right hand on the back of the right thigh, reverse warrior. Really lifting the heart, staying strong in that front left knee, keeping it right over that ankle, lined up, deep breath. And exhale back to warrior two, and then windmill your arms back down to the ground to plank pose. And we'll go one more time. So you can go knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga dandasana. Down we go. Lowering down, and then lifting up to the back bend of your choice. If you're warmed up, maybe you try an up dog, and then down facing dog. Deep breath. Breathing. Bend your knees, step to the top of the mat, step, hop, jump, whatever way you like to get there. Standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Let your head be heavy. Relax that neck. Breathe. Bend those knees, rise to the top. Reach those arms up and bring your hands right into your heart. Next, we're going to take tree posture. We'll go for some balancing postures. I'm going to grab a little drink, so I invite you to do the same. Feel free to just close your eyes and stand in Tadasana for a moment. Ooh, love building heat. Okay. So let's stand in Tadasana nice and tall. And we're going to bring the feet close together and then take I'm going to say it the opposite. So left knee out to the side, out to the left. I like to practice buoyancy in my supporting leg just so I can kind of get that balance mechanism over with, just to kind of test the waters a little bit. And then this can be your tree right here with your left foot into your left ankle. You can come up to your left calf, or if you are able to do a tree full on up into your inner thigh, bring that foot up and then push gently into your inner thigh. And then if you like to grow your branches, release those arms to the sides and bring them up. Or if you prefer to just bring them to your heart, whatever feels right for you. I like to look at a drishti, a non-moving spot on the floor, slightly downward gaze. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart. And then we're going to take this now to dancer if you like. So you can let your foot go, or you can try to grab your left foot with your left hand. Rise up with your right arm, and we're going to send our heart forward as we bring our left foot up behind us. And we're going to reach forward. So as you do that, start to think about warrior 3, which is extending the left leg behind you. Sorry, got some obstacles here. So you're extending your left leg behind you, and you're reaching both arms in front of you. So this is a really nice balance challenge, especially if you're on carpet. Take a deep breath in here and step back to warrior 1, and then together for Tadasana. Good. Hold that right there. Nice deep breath. Let's close our eyes again and kind of regroup. All right, let's try the other side. So we're going to lift up that right heel, bouncy, bouncy on the left side, send that right knee out, and then find your tree. And once you're there, remember to kind of look downward, slightly downward gaze at some non-moving object on the ground. Deep breath in, reach if you want to grab or grow your branches. Hands together at the heart. And then if you would like, see if you can take your right hand and grab your right foot, left arm up, and we'll take it into dancer from here. And you lean the heart forward as you send your right foot up behind you. And then you bring yourself into warrior 3. And then if you can, you extend your back leg, arms forward for your real warrior 3. Instead of dancer, now we're warrior 3. And then step yourself back to warrior 1. I'm having balance issues today. And then bring yourself back to Tadasana. Hands right into the heart. Oh, stand up tall. Just catch your breath for a moment. Nice deep breaths. Let's bring our hands to our sides. So we are going to go into pigeon pose. So we'll start with Tadasana again at the top of your mat. Take a deep breath and rise up. Big breath, baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold and step back to plank. And let's get a vinyasa in here if you like. Otherwise, just meet me in down facing dog. Down we go. Back bend. And down facing dog. Once you're there, rise your right foot all the way up. And we're going to pull ourselves right into a pigeon. So the right shin comes up, right knee by the right hand, and then send your left foot back behind you. And this is a royal pigeon or regal pigeon with your heart up and open. Some people like to put a block underneath their hip because it really helps. So feel free to use a blanket or a block or some other modality. If you're comfortable, we'll go ahead and bring it forward now for reclining pigeon. And you're welcome to use your hands underneath your chin to hold your head up. Or if you prefer to come all the way down, please feel free. This is a really big stretch for that right hip. It's one of my favorites. And I know that when my piriformis area or my sciatica is kind of bothering me, this stretch really, it really helps. It's kind of gnarly while you're doing it, but it feels so good once you're done. Now, bring yourself up onto your elbows. And we're going to stay on the left elbow and then take the right hand on the right knee. And I want you to twist yourself around to the right. So pull your right shoulder back, dig your left elbow in, open up your collarbones, deep breath in. And then release that and step yourself back right into down facing dog. Breathing. Started today with that theme of self-confidence. We're getting through this together. Left foot up to the sky. And then pull that knee in and set that left shin on the ground, left knee down by that left hand. Unwind that right leg. Draw your heart forward, shoulder blades down. Placing that block, if you need to, underneath your hip. And reclining pigeon all the way down, if that's comfortable. Or again, you can stay up on your fists if you want to. Rest your chin. Deep breath. And you may notice that it feels different on each side. So just stay there and keep breathing. Sometimes when we focus on it being hard, it's nice to go, I think I'll focus on my breath instead and just see if that little trick works. Sometimes it does. One more deep breath in. Exhale and bring yourself back onto your elbows, anchoring your right elbow down, and then take your left hand on your left knee. Open up your left shoulder. Spiral that left shoulder down. Open up your chest. Look around as far as you can. Stretch that neck, twisting. Deep breath. And release. And one more time for down facing dog. Hips are up. And then bring yourself forward and then set the knees, and we'll take child's pose. Knees wide, feet together. Walk the hands out. This is extended child's pose. If that feels right, and maybe you can flip your palms up for a change. And if that doesn't feel right and you want to go with traditional child's pose, you can bring your knees together and your hands to the sides, and your forehead can go onto the floor, or if you prefer, your forehead can go onto a block. No matter which child's pose you choose, the purpose is to really take that little break, right? And restore a little bit. So relax. Use those exhales as an opportunity to really let go. Go deep, kind of melting into the floor, if you will, like ice to water. So really just enjoying the moment. Feeling the ribs expand on those inhales and contract on the exhales. Gently bring yourself up to a seated position and face forward. And we're going to do laughing cow pose now. So we are going to bend under the right knee and then take your left foot, if you can, around the outside of your right knee. So this might not be comfortable. If you feel like you're really floating and you're way over here, just sit cross-legged or just sit with one foot in front of the other. If you can, though, bring that left knee, left foot over your right knee, and then take your left arm and lift the elbow up to the ceiling, and then your right arm, elbow to the ground, and try to find the fingers. Try to squiggle those fingers together. And that squiggle is a technical term, by the way. See if you can get the elbow up, elbow down, hands toward one another, laughing cow pose. Deep breath. Exhale and unwind. Whew. Who would think that would be so much work, a laughing cow? Okay, so bend now your left leg. See if you can bring that right leg over the top. Sitting up nice and tall, bring that right elbow up, left arm under, and see if you can squiggle the fingers toward one another. This really helps to open the chest and the shoulders. Don't force it. Just try to breathe through it. It's really nice to use a strap here too. We'll do that in another video. Take a deep breath. Exactly. Exhale. Exactly, exhale. And let yourself go. Let's extend the legs out in front of us and just kind of extend and bend a couple times. Vibrate those knees on the ground a couple times. And then we're going to do a straddle. So take those legs wide. And I like to take one hand in front and one behind and kind of push myself forward. It gives me a little better stretch and opening. We're going to flex the feet and put the toes up to the ceiling and take a deep breath in. Ooh, and then exhale forward. Now, it might help you to sit again on a block or a blanket. If you can, though, bring yourself forward. Maybe extend your arms out in front of you if that's available. And just feel those inner thighs reaching your toes up, pushing your heels away. And gently finding with either your arms extended out in front of you or your elbows beneath you, or maybe you're up here just holding yourself up. It doesn't matter. What matters is if you feel it. Just go with the sensation. We want those inner thighs to stretch. Bring yourself back up to a seated position. Take your right hand behind you and then take your left arm on the outside of that right knee and just gently twist yourself around if you can. There are going to be lots of variations to this. And then take that left arm down if you can. And oops, I apologize. I said the wrong side. The right arm down. And then bring the left arm up and over. See if you can get a side bend. If you need to, tent the fingers and keep the elbow off the ground. That's available as well. Just find what works for you. Big side stretch here. Inhale, big breath in. Good. And then set that left arm behind you and twist around. Maybe using your right arm on the outside of the left knee. And then release that and set your left elbow on in the inside of your left thigh. Bring that right arm up and over. See if you can stretch. Nice breath. And back up to the center. Excellent. Okay, so let's take this now onto our backs. So lower yourself down onto your back and draw your knees into the chest. Hold them in nice and tight. And then from here, we are going to do or take a bridge posture. So set the feet on the floor next to your rear end. And we're going to gently push into those heels and lift those hips up. Tuck your chin slightly. Maybe push your hands down. We'll just do 2 more like that, rolling bridges. Let the hips back down. So inhale, keep those hips lifting up as high as you can. Tuck your chin, lift, lift, lift. Exhale down. And this next one will hold up to the top. So here we go, lifting up, up, up. And maybe taking a bind underneath your hips by interlacing your fingers and squeezing into your heels, lifting your hips, tucking your chin, folding under those shoulders. Maybe draw the knees toward one another if you like that heat. And then bring yourself gently down. Now, we're just going to do some pelvic tilt. So we're not going to be lifting. We are simply going to be rocking back and forth. So take a deep breath in first. And then exhale and push your belly button down to the ground. So it's like you rock your tailbone to the ceiling. And then inhale as you rock your tailbone down to the ground. And you'll maybe have an arch in the back. So inhale, belly button down, tighten, and push the other direction. So keep breathing however your breath feels right. Just rock back and forth. This is a nice place also to work your pelvic floor by squeezing all the muscles in there. One more time, each direction. Rock that pelvic bone up and down without lifting. Beautiful. Okay, settle back into your neutral position here and then walk your feet as wide as your mat. And we are going to take the hips up and just set the hips over to the left. And then drop both knees to the right. And if it's comfortable, look to the left and take your arms maybe to the left, or at least your left arm is open. Maybe your right arm just rests against your belly. And we're going to be here for a few breaths. So I want you to really sink in, let go. Spinal twist. Kind of wringing out the internal organs, rinsing out the spine, cleansing, promoting elimination, detoxification, digestion. Soften something maybe between your eyes. Let's do that. Let's go inhale and an audible exhale. So take a deep breath in and exhale. And then gently bring those knees back up and then set the hips back in the middle of your mat. Reconnect with the floor with your upper body. And then lift the hips way up and over to the right, and then gently lower the knees to the left, and then extend the right arm, look over to your right. And again, just melt into the floor like ice to water, really letting go, really arriving right here on this mat. Improving our self-confidence, trying new things. Sometimes trying a new thing is doing a class that's easy, and trying to go easy on yourself. And again, soften something. Maybe take your tongue to the roof of your mouth and massage around. Deep breath in. Audible exhale. Always feels so good. And then bring your knees back up and set your hips back in the very center and draw the knees into the chest again. Nice and tight. Maybe even bringing your chin up onto your chest for a moment if that doesn't bother your neck. And then gently lower your head back down. And then set the feet gently on the ground. And from here, maybe allow your knees to widen and your feet, the bottoms of your feet, to roll together for a reclined butterfly, Baddha Konasana. I like to take my arms up in a cactus here, just to really open the chest as well. I don't know about you, I do a lot of sitting, and this helps to open up that entire pectoralis or chest area and the fronts of the shoulders. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. Just allow yourself to really relax into this posture. Filling those lungs, spreading the rib cage on the inhales, knitting them together on the exhales. And one more time, deep breath in. Exhale, draw those knees back together and into the chest one more time. So we're getting ready for Shavasana, final resting posture. And I would like to encourage you, if you want to put your socks back on or your sweatshirt, if you need a little warmth, cover up with a blanket maybe. And if you want to try a block as a pillow, if you have blocks, that's kind of nice as well. And we will just find ourselves now in our final resting posture. I know for some people, legs extended does not feel good on their back. So I know for some, it's nice to take the feet as wide as the mat and then drop your knees toward one another. And again, your palms can go up. Your arms can go out in a T or in a cactus or just by your sides. Whatever Shavasana posture you choose, we're going to be here for a little while, so I want you to be really comfortable. And I'm going to do a little reading of a meditation for us. And then for the last minute or so, I will be very silent so that we can enjoy a true ending posture, Shavasana, also known as corpse pose. It's a Sanskrit for corpse, and the translation is, signifying the end of something, like the end of our practice today. So I encourage you, just as I'm reading, I hope that this meditation resonates with you, and maybe tune me out if it doesn't. But it's a beautiful self-confidence meditation, and take from it what you can and leave the rest. I want you to start by connecting with your very most authentic self. From this place of connection, I'd like you to imagine that you're in a safe place. A place where you feel completely at ease, happy, and peaceful. Imagine what this place looks like. The sights, the sounds, the smells. Allow yourself to completely relax here. Feeling calm, safe, peaceful, and connected to yourself. Now remain in this peaceful state while you meditate calmly and start to build your self-confidence. Kindly and gently repeating each affirmation to yourself and believing that they are true for you. Here we go. I deserve to relax. I deserve to be happy. I appreciate myself as I am. I value myself as a human being. I am at peace with myself. I embrace all of my feelings and emotions. Now, allowing each affirmation to really sink in, to continue to believe that all of these statements are true for you in this moment. I forgive myself for my mistakes. All people make mistakes. I know that I am doing the best that I can. I am a good person. I forgive myself. Now continuing to relax and believing that these statements are true for you right now, in this moment, continue gently repeating to yourself, I feel good about myself. I accept myself exactly as I am. I accept my flaws. I accept my strengths. I accept all of my imperfections. And I am good enough. I make time for myself. I will not feel guilty for prioritizing myself because I deserve to take this time. I am perfectly all right just as I am. I feel confident. I feel secure. I feel at peace. I accept myself. I accept myself. I accept myself. With that, I'm going to let that land with you as we take this last minute in total silence. And I'll call you out in 1 minute. Please just breathe, relax, and soften. See you in a minute. As you're ready, take a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. And then draw those knees into your chest and just pull them right in. Give yourself a hug. And then bring yourself gently over to your side, using your bottom arm as a pillow into that embryonic position with your knees up into your chest. Your head is underneath your head. Your arm is underneath your head as a pillow. You've got your knees up. It's a very restorative posture, the fetal position. And this signifies the beginning of the day after your practice. So let's gently bring ourselves up to seated position, the most comfortable position that you like, your Sukhasana, your easy seat. Maybe your legs are extended in front of you in Dandasana. Maybe you're cross-legged. I'm sitting up on my blanket just because it helps my back to feel a little taller. Let's close our eyes and bring our hands to our hearts. And I just invite you to really see if any of that meditation about self-confidence landed, resonated, feels good in your soul. And take those bits that really spoke to you and help to take that beauty out into the day, out off your mat into the world as you finish your day, or maybe this is the end of your day. You get ready to go to bed and you have these beautiful, positive thoughts. Hands on the chest like a big, heavy blanket. Breathe, big, deep inhale into the hands. Exhale. Maybe draw those eyes back open, hands to the heart if you like, in prayer pose. I'm going to bow in reverie to you. Thank you for being here today. It was so beautiful to complete this practice with you, and I donate the rest of this experience, whether you're going to bed, whether you're starting your day, whatever you do today. I'm thinking about you all the way. Thank you so much. It was an honor. We'll see you next time.